This might be one of my favorite methods to make the most of a small space garden. You know, if you grow things that vine, especially, they will cover a little bit of ground very quickly. But if you can find a way to make your vines grow vertically using trellises or stakes, then you can increase the amount of food you can grow in a small space drastically. We take advantage of vertical gardening in a lot of ways, but our favorite thing to use are livestock panels. They come in 16-foot sections, they're 4 feet wide, and you can use these panels to build fences and arches and a whole lot of different trellising options. So it just happens to be that we are still in the winter time here, and we don't have much planted in the garden yet, so our trellises are empty, and it's the perfect time to show you how we set them up. So you'll see behind me there's an arch here, and that's the first trellis we'll show you. The arches are fun because you can grow things that actually like hang down and you can walk underneath. I like to grow tromboncino squash, which is this really wild heirloom squash that can get like this tall. I mean, they're huge, and they're so fun to grow for kids. You can grow things like green beans vertically. You can grow butternut squash. You can grow tomatoes vertically by tying your tomato plants up. Cucumbers, melons, I mean, just endless options. But let's go take a look around the garden, and I'm going to show you some more of our garden trellises and the ways we use those to increase our production in a small space garden in the backyard. So here's one of our garden arches. This is made from one of the livestock panels. We get these at Tractor Supply. Again, they're 16 feet long, 4 feet wide, and we've attached them here to T-posts. And you'll see there's a good bit of movement. You see how it can move when I wiggle it? That's actually a good thing. You want to have a little bit of movement and give with the wind, but the T-posts do a good job keeping it stable. And this is the trellis that I grow those massive tromboncino squash on. And so when they grow from the top, they will literally hang down to like right here. They're huge. But you can grow lots of things on these different arches. You can use even climbing roses if you want to have some floral accents in your garden. Not only are trellises a functional addition, but they're also a beautiful addition. And I've found that by making my garden beautiful, I just like to spend more time there. Here is our tomato garden. This is where we grow all the tomatoes for our house and lots of other houses because people love to come buy our tomatoes. And we use these trellises once again for tomatoes. Josh designed this space. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
So again, livestock panels, cattle panels, you can buy these at a place like Tractor Supply, Rural King, any other hardware store that might be close to you. They used to be about $27, $28 a piece. Now they're more like $35, $36 a piece. They can be a little expensive, no doubt, but they are fantastic.
So worth it.
They're not going to break down. They're not going to rot. Once you have them, it's an investment in your garden. And so these will last for years as long as we take care of them. For the tomatoes, you know as well as we do, tomato vines grow tall. And so when we set these up, you'll notice that there are T-posts that hold them up. These are 7-foot T-posts that have been driven into the ground about 18 inches or so, maybe a foot. And then we took the cattle panels and we attached them to the T-post, and they are about 2 feet off of the ground. And so what we end up doing, we use these as a guide for where we're going to plant. We plant directly underneath the panel, so that helps. And as that plant begins to grow, once it's about 18 inches, 24 inches tall, it's going to be so heavy that it's going to start leaning one way or the other. And so we'll take that garden twine that you saw in a previous video, and we will actually tie it to the top of the vine and then connect the other end of that string to the trellis, and it will encourage that plant to grow right up to the trellis. Once it starts to go up the trellis, we will use zip ties, or we will use garden twine, and we will just attach it to the trellis. And eventually that tomato vine will be so bushy, it will be so vibrant and strong that it will actually hold itself in place. It will weave itself in and out of these spaces. And we have had great success. Our best tomato crop was last year using this method. Little bit extra price, a little bit of extra work, very much worth it. What do you think?
Yeah, it was so worth it. And I love that we already have these in place now. Since we did it last year, we left them up. You could certainly take this down over the winter if you wanted to. I mean, they're just T-posts. They're pretty easy to take in and out. But we left them up, and it's made life a whole lot easier in planning for this year's garden, because we already have kind of our infrastructure in place, and now we just have to install the plants when it gets warm enough.
Yeah.
So this is our tomato garden. Give some cattle panels a try.
Take advantage of vertical gardening. You'll find that it's easier on your back, it's easier on your knees. You're not bending over and stooping over a lot. It's easier to pick. Again, there are pros and cons, but great results.
Yeah, and it just looks good. When these panels are just covered in vines, it makes the most beautiful space.
Yeah.
We love to spend time out here.
Take advantage of vertical gardening.
Yeah.